What's up? Hi everybody, how you doing? Frostbyte's in the house. Good to see you. We got a number of people coming in. We'll go ahead and let them flow in. Hopefully I don't have the same issues that I had
Whatever
the
you
other
do,
day.
do it for less.
Real quick.
At
All right, so let's go ahead and say hi, see what we got going on. I've got, again, as I continue to grow this and move this around, you're going to see some changes and adaptations in the channel. So again, be patient with me as I set this up over the next another week or two. Still trying to find a way to make this a little bit more streamlined. All right, so let's see who is in chat. So today we have subscribers only mode on. And the reason that we have subscribers only mode on is because I'm going to be giving a few things away today. Number one, I want to do it just because I can. But number two, I just hit 1,600 subscribers. And because of that, I just want to say a little thanks. Now, it's not anything major, and I'm not doing a major giveaway. But I just want to do something and call out the various channel members who have been here since the beginning. I think there's a few of them. So you'll see the kind of chat thing flying off here. You'll see kind of what's going on. And again, just a thank you. I think I need to change the coloration of the chat because I think the chat against the white, I think that needs to be black. So I'll be working on that as well. All right, so let's go say hi to everybody. And I will quit rambling. So we have Coin Junkie AG in the house. Hey, bud, I appreciate you. Good moderator. They got Me's in the house. Me's a buddy of mine. I appreciate you, Me. Thank you so much for that. He's another brother from another Navy mother. So again, appreciate you. We have Des Logic in the house. AZ Coins is here. Thank you guys for being channel members. EMR Coins is here. How you doing, Eric? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Venture to Low, Ladybug Stacker. Hey, Ladybug. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. David Carlisle's in the house. Trust in God First is here. You guys, thanks for being channel members. Look at this. Everybody's a channel member. Venture, what's wrong with you, bud? Hey, you're not the right color. All right. I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding. We'll get you a gift membership out here shortly. All right. Let's see. William E is in the house. William E, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Jackalope. Hey, Jackalope is in the house. That reminds me, I need to send, hold on, I got to send a message. Give me just a minute. I just realized I need to send starting now. Freaking Awesome asked for a morning wake-up call, so I'm going to send him a message. Hopefully he will be here shortly. Hey, Jeff Davis, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Oh, man. Malcolm's Coin, Shift Kicker, Brown Sugar. What's going on? Hi, Nana. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Have I missed anybody? Good grief, I hope not. Ladybug Stacker, member for 5 months. Now, she's OG, and this is something that I want to talk about today. So I am doing something in Stoop Navy tradition. And I talked with Me. That sounds weird. I talked with Me about this, and I'm going to build a sticker for my OG 7. So there's 7 people who signed up initially when I first got monetized, and they're still members today. They've been there 5 months. Ladybug Stacker is one of them. And I'm going to give them a sticker. It's going to be very limited edition, probably a run of 10. I have some for my co-hosts as well, since they've been here since the beginning. And it's called a plank owner. So if nobody knows what a plank owner is, a plank owner is somebody who is on a ship at the time that it is commissioned. And you get a certificate and you get something. So I have, and I'll be putting it in my community page, so you'll see it sometime after the stream today, a plank owner sticker for those people that have been here as a huge thank you for the people who are my OG, right? Now I have other people that have been here 3 months, 4 months, 2 months, and I have a whole bunch of people who have been given gift memberships and have continued. Some of them have continued the memberships. Hey, look at that. What's up, me? Thank you so much for the gift membership, bud. I appreciate that. Let's see who gets them. Blistering Barnacles, Bo Palmer, Chris G, Dove Season, and one Blistering Barnacles. Charles Latre. I miss Charles Latre. Outstanding. Thank you, me. I appreciate that. Me again is another OG. He's the one that's been here the whole time. Really supports the channel, and I really appreciate people coming together and doing this. I would much rather. Hey, Eric Byer just gifted 5 more gift memberships. We've got Aunt Laura, we've got David Cunham, we've got Mandy's Candy, Kellen L, Mr. Melted himself, and Coins and Ghouls. Outstanding. Adam's gonna like that. So that was cool that it came from Eric. All right. Well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. And again, like I said, this is more important to me than getting the other stuff, because I want people to feel like they're a part of the community. I want people to feel like they're a part of the channel. And I'm not asking you to continue again. Now we're going to get the animation. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate that. But more what it's about is letting people know that I appreciate them as part of my small community. Now, my community is part of a bigger community, and I think the best of the best is a pretty good community, in my opinion. All right, so without further ado, he's always here. How you doing, Eric? Good to see you, bud.
Hey, how's everybody this morning?
Doing well, doing well. So Eric can see something that you can't. So Eric, how do you like the format? You like the way that that's set up?
Yeah, so far so good. It looks good. It's hard to read the chat because the screen is small, but I think it'll work out.
I also need to be careful with the white on the crystal background. That needs to
absolutely
be a darker color because you can't see that very well. All right. Well, I am trying, and again, between what he sees on me and what you guys see, we got the normal standard 8-second YouTube delay, so that's kind of built into that. But I am trying to make sure that we do that. All right. So Coins and Ghouls is the last one you see that came up. So again, Eric, thank you, and me, thank you for that. Oh, look at that. We got a new member. Who's that member? That is Ashley Swag Fam. I thought she was a member last week. I thought she did that last Sunday. Wonder why she just popped up. Anyway, okay, thank you, Ashley. I appreciate that. She's a sweetheart. She goes by the nickname Gremlin. She's a neat lady. So thank you for doing the membership. That's really weird. Oh, all right. So what's your weekend look like, Eric? What do you got going on?
Well, I just fixed my illuminator. The bulb burnt out, so I had to try to find a special halogen bulb for it. But I'm going to do a reveal later on this afternoon, and I'm just attributing coins right now, as a matter of fact. Just finishing up what I was working on.
Oh, nice. You know what I just got in?
What's that?
I got this thing in. Can you see that?
No, I can't.
You're going to be seeing it right now. It's my coin slide.
Oh, nice. All right.
It's the one where you put the coin in and then you can slide it under the microscope so you can see.
I haven't got mine yet.
Huh?
I says I still haven't got mine.
Yeah, these come from Mickey, right? Mickey's the one who designs these. So you put your coins in there.
Didn't design them, he built them.
Or he built them, yeah. You put your coin in there. You put it's about half of a roll, right?
25 coins, yeah. Coins.
And then you can just slide them underneath the microscope, and then you put this piece on there, and you flip it, and then you have the other side of the coin that's there, and then you can put it through the microscope. So when you're looking, it's a really cool way to look through a bunch of coins pretty quickly. And so if you're interested in getting one of those, let me know, and we'll get you in contact with Mickey, Fur, and Chuck. They're really cool. I was like, man, do I want one? Do I want one? Do I want one? Oh, look who's here. Hi, Paula.
Morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good
Yeah,
morning.
but those things are really cool. I really like those little slide things, and they come in pretty handy. I've used it once, so we'll see. We'll see how they go. But you can, like I said, you can put like 25 coins on it. You can get them set for cents. You can get it for nickels or quarters and dimes or whatnot. So whichever
Wait, what
one
are you
you
talking
do the
about?
most. So there's this little slide thing, and you have a few second delay on the screen that you're going to be seeing. So what it is you've got, and I'll take this off and show you the one with the coin. So what it is you've got this little I don't remember. I think this might be walnut.
Ash, I think.
Chuck had something like that.
Yeah. So well, this comes
And he
then
could
so
flip them over.
yeah. So you just have it, then you flip it over, right, and then you see the other side of the coin. So you can do 25 coins, and then you just stick this under your microscope, and then you just kind of slide it across, and you'll be looking at, if you're looking at 1960 Ds, and then you're looking all at the obverses, and then you flip it over, then you're looking at all the reverses, and it
How
just
do
makes
you
it.
how do you turn it though so you can like see the whole coin like
Okay,
360?
so here's the two, right? So right now we're looking at the reverse of the coin, okay? So in this area, and it's hard to see, you see these little grooves?
No.
And I know you got a delay, so we got like a 5-second delay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you'll see the little grooves. So then what you do is you put them together. Now when
That's
you
not
put
what I mean. I don't mean turn it over so you see the other side. I mean, you know how we turn the coin when we're looking at it? Like
You have to do that manually,
yeah,
but
you just have to turn
it-
it, rotate it.
they work really well. The problem I have with them is I do this for relaxation, and I don't need to search a roll of pennies in 25 seconds
yeah.
because Chuck can go through 100 rolls of pennies in an hour.
Yeah, I think the first time I ever saw him use his was when he did the steel cent. It was years ago. He did
Yeah,
a roll of steel cents and they were just trashed. But he used one of those, but it was wooden.
right.
These
It's
are
made
wood,
out of
yeah.
ash.
Oh, where did you get that?
Mickey Fur makes them.
Mickey Fur. I don't know.
If you follow Copper Coins, he's kind of like what is he? Chuck's assistant or
Yeah, he works for Chuck on and off, helps him pack and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Good dude. Nice guy, really talented with the woodworking.
Oh, so it is like linked to Chuck in some way.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chuck's uncle was the guy that originally made the first set of them.
That's right.
Hey,
Yeah.
Steve looking for silver just gifted 5 memberships. Hey, how you doing, bud? Thank you so much.
Okay.
Still a dude, Ashes, Gypsy, Jenny, and somebody doesn't say yet. It's probably trying to figure out who hasn't got one. And JV have gifted memberships. Thanks to Steve looking for silver. So thanks, Steve. I appreciate you, bud. Really appreciate you. So, but yeah, he pretty talented. They do a really good job with them. They're really good looking, and it's fun to just be able to set them down and kind of, not have to grab one coin and then put it up and then rotate it and do whatever and then move to the next one. So you can just kind of grab it and rotate the coin a little bit. Then when you're done, just flip it back over. I don't look at coins fast anyway, so doing it one by one probably still wouldn't be a problem. It's just if you're going to be looking through a lot of them, it's nice to be able to set it there and just kind of just go through it. So, but they're really cool. And I waited and pulled the trigger and said, "Let me see." But they're good quality.
Cool.
So fun little item. So I have to
neat.
ask, how are you feeling?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm okay.
sore as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah, on fire.
I am. I
Oh,
am on.
man. There's nothing
Yeah.
worse.
Yesterday, after like an hour after Angel was done, it like really flared up.
You go to the doctor for it?
I did. I'm on. Oh, I don't know. It starts
On
with
Veltrex
Z.
or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It starts with a Z.
Yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
it's the generic for Valtrex. That's usually what they give.
yeah. But hopefully soon. I think they said it would take like 3 or 4 days or something.
Yeah, you start feeling.
before
My
it
wife
starts.
said she felt better after a couple days, but she's still where her lesion was,
Mhm.
even though it's been years now. If she gets stressed out or anything, all of a sudden she says it's just like somebody lights that spot right on fire.
Oh,
It's got
that's good news.
permanent nerve damage there.
That's good news.
Hey,
So
Chris
get
G just
vaccinated.
gifted a
That's one
membership. Thanks,
vaccine I
bud.
guess you don't want to mess around with.
I'm gonna get it. I am gonna get it. This is the second time I had it. I've
Yeah,
had
you
it.
got to get it. You got to wait, what, 6 months after you're
Yeah.
healed?
Yeah, she's
Get
got
it?
yeah at least 6 months before she can get
Yeah.
those. But if that's the second time you've got it, you need that.
The first time
Yeah.
I had a really minor. I had like two, like Eric said, like two little spots.
Yeah.
And it was like right. Well, never mind. It was kind of on my boob. Anyway, didn't need to hear that.
Is it on the same side this time,
It's
or is
on
it on
it's
the
on
other
the
side?
opposite side this time.
Yeah, because it only affects. That's one thing. It only affects one side of the body at a time.
Yeah, it's on the
It's
opposite
weird.
side.
Well,
Really
it can
weird.
affect
But
both
it's okay.
sides.
I'm not as bad as I've seen people get.
Yeah.
He said that I won't get it. This is the worst the lesions will get. It
Right,
won't
because
get
you're
any
on the
worse.
antiviral.
Yeah. So
Yeah, shingles is no joke.
yeah, I have a
That's-
scar from the last ones, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, glad you're
It
doing
could be
okay.
a lot
but-
worse. It could be it. So my grandma, my dad's mom, that was what started the chain of why she ended up having a stroke. She got shingles really, really bad and was bedridden for a
Yep.
long time with them. And she ended up getting like blood clots because she was just couldn't move, and she ended up having a stroke. So I've seen it, people who get them really bad.
Yeah, my
Um,
mom had them really bad.
I'm really lucky, really lucky. Just stress, and I got the autoimmune stuff and it just did, stuff, just whatever.
Yep. It is what it is. You can't help it, but you
I get the
can't
weird
help
crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets frustrating.
Anyway, it's linked to the chickenpox virus. And the chickenpox virus like stays dormant in the nerve in your dermatomes, your little nerve endings. And sometimes it doesn't do anything, and sometimes it does, and it pops out like a big chicken pox, but it hurts. It's right on the nerve ending.
If you
Right on
have
the nerve ending.
if you have if you've had chickenpox
Yes.
and you haven't got the shingles vaccine, now there's a lot of people that are pure anti-vax, but I'll tell you,
Not me.
shingles.
I'm pure certain anti-vaxxer.
It's not one
Not that
that you want to skip because that stuff is bad news. So
that vaccine was they tested that thing, took years for it to develop, for them to develop
that's not a
vaccine.
quick rush. That's not.
Well,
Hey,
that
David,
was
thank
the first
you.
base of RNA. So basically,
Yeah.
all the new stuff that comes out that uses RNA is using the shingles vaccine as a as a base.
And that's exactly right. If you've never had the chickenpox vaccine, or if you've never had chickenpox, then you can't get shingles.
But you can get chickenpox.
But you can get chickenpox.
Then you can get shingles.
Yeah,
That's one thing you don't hear about anymore. When I was a kid, like in kindergarten, all the moms, when some kid got chickenpox, everybody'd go and have cake at their house.
That's what I did. That's what I did with my son. That's what I did with my son. We had a sick child daycare at the hospital where, close to where I worked in Spokane, and they had an isolation room for kids with chickenpox. And I just took my son in one day and I said, I think he's got chickenpox. So they stuck him in the isolation room with the pox kids. And yeah, I took him home, and next day I saw a couple, I think it was, I don't know when it was, they popped up, but then I stuck them in a tub and they all popped out at the same time and we were good to go.
Yeah, I remember it well. The chicken pox parties.
Chicken pox parties. Yep. Ay.
I
But
can.
here's the thing, though. You have to understand, though, you could have been exposed to chicken pox and never developed the rash.
That's true.
That's
So
true.
you
Yep.
can still have that virus in your body and not realize it.
Yeah,
So,
when I got them, I didn't get them very bad. Enough to where you can put a couple little dabs of Caladril lotion or something they use for it.
that pink stuff,
Yeah,
calamine.
and it was like a couple of them on my arm, and that was it. But I got them when my mom took me to the doctor to make sure.
Yeah. So you may have had. Well, you
Mhm.
could be. So one thing about chickenpox or any disease is
Carriers.
you could be a carrier,
Mhm.
never actually get the disease, but you could be a carrier of it. And so that's what's the famous one with the typhoid Mary, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great example where she was a carrier. She was not affected by the disease itself. She didn't have any symptoms or whatnot, but she was the one making everybody sick. So it's the same basic thing. It's you could have had it exactly what Paula said before.
Yeah.
You can have it and just never have had any effect of it. So
and people get shingles like that too. I've been told. Some people that get shingles never show a symptom.
Lucky devils.
That's right.
yeah, yeah. So
But I, like I said, I feel I'm blessed because both times now I've had just the first time I had it, I was staying with my sister whose husband was a doctor, so he just called me in the medicine like lickety split, and I started on the medicine, and this time I knew right away what was going on. I felt the tingle.
oh yeah,
And
that's no good.
got a few little lesions, and he put me on the medicine, so good to go. I'm okay.
Well, I'm glad you're
It does
good.
hurt though.
I
It
just
does
wanted to
hurt.
check in with you because that stuff is
Thank
no
you.
joke, man.
Thank you. Yeah,
That's
you know, if it was worse, I'd be milking it a lot more than I am. I'd be,
Nice.
I'd
we'll
be
give it some
complaining.
time. It'll be milking
I
itself.
feel lucky. I'm not going to complain because as soon as I do, I'll get this outbreak. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, see me, that's nice. It's nice when you don't ever get sick. I went years and years and years and never got sick. And then I got older.
All right.
Yeah. And I was
Well, I
like,
never had allergies till I moved to Florida. I can tell you what, there is nobody that doesn't get allergies in Florida.
outside Texas.
You know, they say that about Oregon too. They say that about Oregon. I know my mom, her, you know, all growing up, she never had allergies, and when we moved to Oregon, she developed allergies to the cottonwoods. We have cottonwoods.
Cottonwood used to bother me a little bit,
Yeah.
but not bad in Michigan.
Yeah.
But the one that gets me, they got oak pollen down here. And you know, you get an inch of snow up north. We get an inch of pollen in winter.
Oh man,
Literally, it stacks up.
I'm in Cedarville, so we get oak and cedar, and it's like, you know, we get 4 seasons. We get summer, hunting, oak, and cedar.
Yeah.
So
allergy stuff.
yeah, I'm allergic to the state of Texas.
There was something in Oklahoma last year that got me. Remember how bad my eyes were?
Just
I
start
remember.
sucking down the Zyrtec about a week before you go this year.
I'm going to. I seriously am. I'm gonna load up, and I found this really good eye drops. These really good eye drops, but shingles were terrible. My nipples were so sore. Yeah.
Nice.
She's always going off the rail. You know,
I'm
they have
surprised
cream for
Ray
that.
hasn't just sprung in here with all this nipple talk.
I know. Well, his ears are burning. I'm
He's
sure.
lurking. Yeah, he's lurking.
Eric, did you see the mug he got me?
I didn't.
You did it. Hang on. It was right before last Monday's show. It came in the mail, and I was talking to Amanda because we go together before, like a half hour before we go live. we open up the stream. And I opened this package, and I'm like, what the heck? It had no name. It just had like some distribution company or whatever on it, on the label.
Let me
Hold on a second.
pull her up. She's going to come up here in just a second.
Anyway, and it had some distribution thing, and I opened it, and inside it was this mug. Dream Crusher. And I'm like, who the heck? And I said, Amanda. My first thought was it was Amanda.
That's exactly who I thought it was too.
Yeah. And I said,
Yeah.
Amanda, did you send this to me? She said, no. So of course
I bet you it was Cafe Press. They got all sorts of stuff like that.
It was, I tell you, it was eFox e-commerce. I don't know where that is, in Hebron, Kentucky. Anyway.
The camera has a heartbeat.
It was all, oh, it does. I know, isn't that weird? It was all packaged up, all like, I mean, really packaged up. So I got to keep my hand.
So what goodies you got sitting there? Are those the Edith Ole air recorders?
These are the Edith Kanaka Ole that Dirty Water sent me with the really beautiful die clash.
That's really cool. Those are really nice.
I can show it if you want me to.
Yeah, please. Yeah, this is he found a whole bunch of them, didn't he?
Yes. Yeah. Let me turn it around. So he sent me the strong one and the less strong one. And I had a bunch of the less strong ones. Of course,
Yeah, man, look at that. See that?
I had a bunch of the less strong ones, but I didn't have one of the real strong ones. So you can see the H in front of the ear, and I mean, it's super strong.
Yeah, you see the other lettering over there.
And the beautiful thing about the reason this die clash is where it is, because normally you don't get clashing in that area because you can't get two incused areas to clash together. Is the Edith Kanaka Ole on the quarters? I'll show you. Her name is incused on the coin, so it's raised up on the die. So when these dies clash together, it was able to clash with that area of the opposing die, because this area is incused on the die.
Right. Well, it's incused on the relief, so it sits higher. So, right?
It's raised. Yes. The Edith Kanaka Ole, her name is raised on the die. So I'll show you real quick. I'll show you what I mean.
No, I know exactly what you mean. I was just trying to say.
Normally you can't get two incused areas. Like if this is the obverse die and this is the reverse die, you can't get them to, even if the dies hit, the areas in the field are going to hit, not the incused areas, like his bust and on the other side, whatever. But because her name is raised on the reverse die, it was able to clash with that area on the obverse. So yeah, so it's a really cool die. It's a really cool clash. Super cool.
I'm gonna have to reach out to him and see if I can buy one from him.
Yeah, that was such a surprise that he sent that to me.
Yeah, well, he's a good dude.
And I talked about these things, you guys. Amanda did a video on it. Make sure you guys go leave a comment on the video Amanda did, because we're giving a set of these away. And Patrick has given me a code to use for a week. So on Monday we're gonna post the code that you'll get 10% off a set of these, and they're cheap anyway. So.
And what do? They just hold the coin?
Oh, they're fantastic. Yeah, so there's two different ones. They're big. There's the big one and the smaller one, and they have these areas.
Angles,
yeah, and you can put the coin in it, and turn it as you're looking at it under the scope. You can flip it. The coin doesn't come out, and you can use it to take. They're supposed to be used to take photographs. So there's 3 different angles on this side where you can set the coin and use it to take photographs. There's also this one that you can take pictures of just certain areas.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're really cool though. They're very cool. I love it to look at coins under the scope because I can just stick it on there and flip
Yeah,
around.
those are really cool.
Yeah. So anyway, so make sure you guys go get it. Go leave the comment is coin view. These are the prototypes, so they don't have it written on here, but the other ones have
And
coin
so you
view.
know, it's Amanda's video about going to the Tennessee State Numismatics show.
Yes, that's the video.
I watched that video yesterday.
Yes, she
Got a
has.
pretty
Oh my
good haul.
God. I'm so proud of her, you guys. A year ago, just a year ago, Amanda would have never done this. If you guys don't know about Amanda, she's like super, super shy. Really, really shy. So even getting on camera is tough for her. But going out in public, especially by herself, unheard of a year ago. So for her to go to that show and everything, she gets bombarded with these old guys because they think she's a little kid. It's hysterical. But she just doesn't like to talk to people. So it's really, yeah, she does really, really well. I'm so proud of her. So
Well, that's cool.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
I don't know why this is beat heart beating, but whatever.
I'm not sure what it's doing, and I'm not sure what's going on with my screen.
I have to leave something on it for it to focus on, or it will do that weird thing.
That, or it's picking up a reflection.
There we
That's
go.
what my camera does. It picks up a reflection, then it goes back and forth trying to focus.
Trying to focus on it, yeah. Maybe that's it. Where's the website for these? It is, I can grab that for you. Hang on.
All right. So while she's doing that, I told you I'm going to be giving some stuff away. Well, let's go ahead and do this. That was a little heads up earlier on. So let's go ahead and put the first name out here. UCI to learn. Outstanding. Congratulations. You're going to get a 1934 Peace Dollar.
Congratulations.
It's a little dark, but it's still a Peace Dollar. It's authentic, and I'll be getting your information and sending you that off. So thank you very much for being part of the channel and for all the kind words and stuff. Again, this is more of just I'm going to be throwing stuff out periodically to say thanks to members and stuff like that. If you are drawn and you're not a member, the item might be a little bit smaller, but you're going to be giving us something away. But if you're a member, you're going to get something a little bit bigger. Just because it's a member appreciation thing today.
That's so nice. Don't order the coin view yet though, you guys. Monday we'll be getting a code. Livecoin QA is our code. Not QNA, QA. Livecoinqa.com or Livecoin QA is the code for 10% off, but don't use it. It doesn't start till Monday. So
Kellen, Peace Dollars a good furnace food. Is it BH Customs that can't stand Peace Dollars?
I like Peace Dollar. I like it better than the Morgan Dollar.
Oh, you and me both. I'm right there with you. But a lot of
Mhm.
people think she looks like Medusa.
Oh my gosh, have you guys seen that Pawn Stars or whatever where I think his name is Rick, the bald guy?
Yeah.
He takes in that 22 high relief Peace Dollar. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that thing is gorgeous. That thing is so beautiful.
There's how many? There's not very many of those, are there?
No, there's only like 10, I think, or something.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very low number.
They were given out to dignitaries or something like that, but yeah.
$80,000 coin.
Yeah, and he was gonna. I think he was asking 16,000 or something when he went in.
Yeah, then the guy from NGC came and told him it was $100,000 coin.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Could you imagine what people might have sitting in their stuff that nobody knows about?
You never know.
Yeah, it's insane. Like really insane. So I had a good friend of mine. that
That
she
bad-
called me,
oh,
didn't
sorry.
have any idea what her dad had. And I went over there and she's like, I don't know if this is worth anything. It's like, oh my God, you got, 5-6 grand worth of coins here.
Well, the person who had that coin, because he won that in a poker game, the person who had it must not have known what it was either.
Or he won it in a poker game.
Or he won it in a poker game. But man, can you imagine that? Oh God, I would. I don't know. But those don't come across. You don't see those every day.
Well,
Actually,
no,
there's
but
a good thing on YouTube about the coins he's bought. He's had a few coins.
Yes.
And it's like, there's 3 examples.
Yeah, the top 10. He has this top 10 video or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's
One of
actually
them was an
pretty cool.
ancient. He had one of them was an ancient, and then he had a what was that? What was that one?
He had the 44 steel cent, and then there was
Yeah,
the one from not Constantine, one of the Roman emperors.
yeah, the ancient coin.
Yeah, and it wasn't actually a coin. It was a coin that he made, that he was going to make coins like that or something like that.
Right.
yeah, there's been some really cool ones.
And then didn't he have a pattern or a?
That was the one from the Roman emperor. It was
Oh, was
turned out
it?
to be a pattern coin. In
Okay.
yeah, it was very cool.
Could you imagine having a ancient pattern coin?
Yeah, 1600s pattern coin.
That's
Nice.
just nuts.
I'm telling you though, sometimes I watch those and I think, that's staged.
A lot of it is.
That has to be staged. I mean, because those coins that come in, people who have those coins, like typically know what they are, and they don't go to a pawn shop.
And that's where the staging part is. Like
Yeah.
somebody that wants to sell it, they know what they have, so they take it there to get on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they-
that's
And
well,
the
and
TV
that's
probably pays them to do it.
Or, yeah.
but they
Yeah.
had a thing where he actually like when they find out that people have these things, they reach out to him and say, hey, you want to be on the show if you're interested in selling this. So there's
Even
a lot
if
of
you're not
marketing with
interested.
that goes involved.
Well,
That-
I guess they reached out to Couch Collectibles, and he brought some rinky-dink thing in, and they laughed at him and sent him on his way.
really?
Yes, never made it on the episode.
Wow.
Yes, they had they had people like trying out, I guess. I don't know, but it was weird. But yeah, he and he kind of argued with Rick. Rick's like, no.
Look, just because you're used to dealing with people who have no idea what they're talking about, right?
It's pretty funny. I think it's still on his channel if you guys want to go watch it.
Yeah. No, I don't even go visit that channel.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's a good showman.
No, he's a good.
He's a good showman.
He used to be a really good kid. I don't know.
Yeah. Money talks.
Money will ruin you.
Yeah, yeah.
Money will ruin people. But anyway,
Antiques Roadshow. I always like that one too.
I liked that show
Oh.
too.
Now, we got to go to, we were I was living in Salt Lake City at the time, and we went to, I think it was Ogden, to actually watch one of the Antiques Roadshows, and I was a kid. And you're always looking around, and there's a lot of junk. There's a lot of junk. People hoping that, it's like, that's $25 or $30, and they're, they were made in China, and they're not real, and they're counterfeit. But we were standing there, and this guy had a wooden box, and it was probably 32, 34 inches. And hey, vote for Pedro. What's going on, bud? Thanks for coming in.
Hey, girl.
And anyway, he's sitting there, and he was an older gentleman, and he goes, I hope this is real. And the guy looks at it and says, what do you mean? And he kind of pulled the little cheesecloth type, or not, burlap from over the box. And the guy he was like, okay. And he went, hold on. And they ran over, they grabbed a couple of people, and the lights came over, and the camera crew came over, and the top 2 appraisers stopped what they were doing, left the people that they were working with, and came over. and it was like I can't remember who it was, but it was one of the major generals from the Civil War. It was his presentation sword. And this thing's like, he's like, we found it in an attic when we were doing some stuff for, I think it was his parents or something, and one of them had passed away or whatnot. Anyway, they're going through the attic and found all this stuff, and then they had brought it back to Utah with them. But it ended up being like $250,000 Civil War swords, and then he was like, but I have all the documentation too, like logs and all this stuff from the guy. And so they did a follow-up, but I never saw the follow-up. But we were there. We were like a couple people behind him, and they moved us, and we got to watch the whole production and how they did it. And then, it was like 3 or 4 weeks later, we actually got to see it on TV. And I was like, oh, that was so cool. So, but I always love the Antiques Roadshow. It's, I like it when
And
they
the
found
guy
stuff.
behind him with his pop bottle cap collection just kind of put it in his pocket and walked away.
Well, there were some people there that they had some really cool furniture. Like people were bringing stuff in, and you would see the appraisers like immediate bail, right? Like they're talking to somebody and they leave and they go because they see what the person's bringing in. So you could watch as people were coming in, and they had this loading dock where they would unload trucks and stuff. So they had handlers and stuff for the pieces of the furniture that would come in, and people were bringing in like full bedroom sets from these Amish developers and stuff like that. When they were they would have people come out and bring in all this stuff. So it was fun to watch just kind of all this stuff that's there, but there was a lot of junk. So, but that was back. I was working with Arnold Freeberg. Arnold Freeberg painted the George Washington kneeling by his horse in prayer. It's called the Prayer at Valley Forge. It's hanging at the Smithsonian, and I was working for him at the time, so I was there to look at all the art and kind of see what was there. And but yeah, it was really fun. It's a cool show. It's really I really enjoy Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah, that show was a lot of fun. Is it still on?
They have it on. I don't know that they might still be producing it, but yeah, they have it. And then they have a European version.
I'm a peon.
Yeah,
That's going. Look at that.
But they do. I mean, they have English versions where they go around and they look at different furniture, and you see old books and stuff like that the original some of the original writings and stuff like that of Shakespeare and stuff like that. There's some really cool things that are found in those ones too. What's up, Ringmaster Ray? Yeah, PBS. There you go.
I have a question for you guys. I've been noticing a few people now who have been doing this vertical streaming. And let me tell you something. I was watching Dig and Dave last night. It was a crack up to watch. He was doing the vertical streaming, and I guess it's geared towards people who watch on their phone, and it's kind of like shorts or whatever. It brings in a lot of the people who watch shorts. He got over 1,000 subscribers, and he had at one point 400 something people watching doing this vertical streaming.
So he wasn't actually streaming on YouTube. He was probably streaming on streaming on Instagram.
He was streaming on YouTube.
But most likely, this is the same thing. A lot of people are doing this. Mad Stacker does the same thing. They stream on Instagram or TikTok or whatever because the audience.
It's a new thing YouTube has. It's
say
called
again?
vertical. It's a new thing YouTube has. It's called vertical streaming, and it's live streaming through shorts format.
Oh, because I'd always seen the way that I'd seen it was, and like Mad has done this too, is he can't get the audience in YouTube that he does when he's in Instagram. He'll get 25 or 30 people when he's on YouTube. But what he
Same with
does is
voice
he
line.
streams
Yeah,
through
voice line.
Instagram and will get 15, 18, 1900 people,
Yeah, this is different.
but it streams through YouTube. So you'll present it on YouTube. It'll show up in that
This
same
is different.
format as a
Yeah, the
YouTube
vertical
stream.
streaming is just an algorithm that YouTube converts a horizontal stream to vertical stream. So it's a 9:16 ratio instead of the opposite, 16 by
Yeah.
9.
And this is actually through YouTube. This isn't the. This
So it
isn't
fits
the
on your phone
Instagram.
full screen.
Thanks for the super chat there, Kellen. $5 from you. I appreciate you, bud.
Well,
Thank
let me
you.
tell you something. It brings in the audience. So if you guys have the ability to do it, it's unbelievable how it, and it's not cheating or whatever. Like these people are actually watching they were watching his stream and like interacting and everything. It was unbelievable last night to watch it.
And
And
most streamers actually use old phones. A lot of the big channels, they use old cell phones for their camera because they're good cameras.
Yep.
that format wouldn't work for us because we have a full panel and we need people to see like on their computers, people that watch on computer and stuff, we need them to be able to see the coins we're showing. And it makes everything too small.
Yeah, that
So
wouldn't work for what I do.
it wouldn't work for what we do or what you do either. Yeah, for that matter.
Yeah, it'd be hard for copper coins to do that.
Yeah. So
Unless
it's
the
a bit
only thing that you
unfair.
shown
It's a bit
was
unfair for the people that aren't able to use it. But I'm happy for the people that are, like Dave. I mean, his subscriber count went through the roof last night.
He must have an understanding wife like I do because he searches a lot of coins.
Oh, he searches a lot of coins, but he makes money doing it, and he finds some amazing stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, he sold that 88D transitional reverse for like $1,200 that he found, something like that.
See, that's the difference between him and me, as I would find something like that and I couldn't sell it.
And same here. Same here. Yeah.
It would go into a 2x2 box to be lost again forever till the next person finds it 40 years from now.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to do more searching and stuff like that. I find a few, but I have no problem getting rid, but I don't find anything major. You know,
You can't find it if you don't look for it.
Yeah, well, I just don't have time. You know, I work a 60-hour-a-week job.
Yeah.
So I just don't have the time. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm trying to put either this production or my videos together.
Well,
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
West Texas Stacker, it's only bigger on the phone. It's only bigger on the phone. People watching on their TVs or on their computers or tablets, it's small. It's like watching shorts. It's skinny.
It basically flips the screen.
Yeah.
So instead of it being horizontal, it's vertical. It looks like your cell phone. It's laid out like your cell phone is laid out.
Exactly. It looks like you're watching somebody on their cell phone.
Good morning, Otis.
Hey, Otis.
So it probably is better for people who are watching on their phones. But for what we do, yeah, it wouldn't
Well,
work.
but here's the thing, okay? I mean, look, watch. Done. It's really easy, right? Look. Wide format, narrow format. I mean, it's not hard to do on your phone. I don't understand. And I get it. People want to hold it and stuff like that. I get that. But, you know, it's still. Let's feed Pedro's mercs to the furnace. Okay, Kellen, look, dude. Thanks for the super chat, bud. I appreciate you. Mr. Melted himself.
The chat line is much smaller, though. I didn't like that, and I was on my phone. Oh, was it Pedro? And that makes sense. That the chat wouldn't show up like, but.
Well, and so I've seen this before, and I thought, and again, my understanding of what's happening, and maybe there's two things happening at the same time. So I didn't understand that there was the YouTube portion of it.
Yeah, it's not Instagram.
So like what I watch, and I see this with Mad, and I see this with Big Flip and stuff like that, is they're streaming through Instagram. Oops. They're streaming through Instagram because they're getting a higher audience there. Well, Blue Ridge does the same thing, right? When they do the Whatnot auction.
No, he does. He streams through Whatnot. Yeah.
Right, but
It
it's the
says
same
that
thing.
this
It's
just
the same
started 3 weeks
format.
ago.
Hey, Kellen just took over Super
But
Chat
this is
Boss.
different. This is something new. This is different. This is something new that YouTube has just started offering.
Yeah, about
And
3 weeks ago, it says.
Yeah. And it really is, I mean, it is incredible for when you watch it, how people's subscriber count just shoots through the roof, and the amount of people watching them. And it would be great for us to be able to have more people that would come in and watch us. Because the more people we can get that want to learn or whatever, or be involved in the hobby, the better. But that format just wouldn't work for us.
Now, see, there are ways that you could do that. So they're kind of thinking outside of the box. You could do basically like a dual stream. So you could do it to where you had your stream where it's like you do your panel view, and then you do
goes up vertical.
well. But what I mean is you could do two. So for instance, right now I'm using my 4K camera, but if I wanted to stream from my phone, and it's like we're going to have two streams. This one's going to be in a format where we're showing just we're going to be talking. You'll see the live coin Q&A, you'll see the chat, and then we're going to put the email up, and then we'll do the picture. So all you see, if you watch that particular format, is you don't see the panel members, but you do see the email, and then you see the coin. So you could stream simultaneously and then have somebody watch whichever one they want to watch. So there are methods to which to do that. I've thought about doing that when I was trying to figure out how to get the Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that stuff together to where I stream one time and it goes to all four platforms. But you could do it to where you stream.
I don't think that would work with this. I don't think it would work with this YouTube vertical format though, because the format itself is vertical. Like, I mean, it's just the whole thing.
Right, but you'd have to do what you would do is you'd basically run two streams. You do two simultaneous streams.
You can't get one to show up normal format and one to show up vertical. You can't change that.
You could stream twice. So for instance, let's say that you have because I could start another stream right now utilizing OBS, which is what I'm using right now.
But what would be the point though, is what I'm saying though. What would be the point of even having the one stream that's vertical?
The people who want to see that format would have an option to just watch that format. The people who want to see the panel members and want to see the banter and the discussion and all that stuff, you would still hear it in the other format. The only thing that you would display though is the email. So you would just see the email and then the coin, the email and the coin. You wouldn't see you guys, you wouldn't see any of that, because you can frame that setup to only show what you wanted to see. So you could run two simultaneous streams. So you would show that you're live twice. They would just choose which stream to go into.
And YouTube would let you monetize both streams?
It's still through yours. Yeah, absolutely. Because you're just doing two live streams. When you're done, the recording would be there. It would just be two different recordings. You would lose views on one, but you would be gaining more on the other. So for instance, a good example of this is last week I had an issue where the stream that I had up wouldn't stream. And I started the stream, but another one started because when I opened it up, I had two streams going at the same time. And I had to figure out what was going on, shut it down, and then open the correct stream again. So if I'm streaming one, let's say that you use OBS to stream that particular one.
Two names to stream simultaneously.
Then you could stream. So simultaneous streaming would be to Instagram or Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, we've
right?
done that before. We've
Yeah.
done Facebook and
But this is actually running too. So, like, for instance, if being on the StreamYard side right now, right, with you and Eric, if I decided to live that in the new format, I could run 2 simultaneous streams. They wouldn't see the OBS side. They would only see you, me, and Eric in the StreamYard side. That would be the other way to do that. And you'd have to have dual cameras, or you'd have to have, your cell phone and your whatever devices you were utilizing to do that in, you would have to have the dual to do that. But whatever you wanted to do. So if you did
yeah,
it,
but see, that's the thing though. I can't pull up email and do all of that with my phone. I can't do that with my phone.
I understand, but all I'm saying is that there are methods to do it. You guys may not be set up for it, but there is a way to do it. I could give me 15, 20 minutes. Let me read how to set that format up. I could do a StreamYard right now and stream it with exactly what I wanted to show, which was just my CoinScope. Utilizing the same microphone, the microphone from another camera. I could separate it into 2 blocks, show a small picture of me, and then you would hear me from this one, and then you would hear that from that one. Because from my OBS side,
what we do, and what I'm saying is that we have the email, and then Amanda makes slides, and there are things that you have to have a computer for what we do to be able to bring these things up. Download the slides, bring them up.
I can do PowerPoint on my phone.
Well, I don't know.
I'm an antique. My phone operator doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I have run presentations for work while I've been driving and displayed them to 200, 300, 400 people. So I've actually utilized my phone as you just download the app and then you display it.
No, I do want to, Kevin. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so you definitely can do that. And you can do the multiple streaming. You may have to utilize, and that's exactly right, Perplexed Mind. Gamers do this stuff all the time. This is an absolute can do. You just have to have 2 cameras and 2 different subsets.
But you got perplexed. This YouTube vertical streaming is not a cross streaming. It's a thing YouTube has. It's not the same as cross streaming. That's what I'm saying though. It's not. We've done that before. We've cross streamed to Facebook before. We just didn't get the audience, so it was just not. It just was kind of a waste of time to do it. This is through YouTube. It's YouTube's. It's I don't know what they call it. YouTube live shorts or something like that. But it's vertical streaming. It's not a cross streaming through Instagram and stuff like Sean does with Whatnot. And
I'll work on that, and I'll show how that can be done. Maybe that'll be one of my videos, or maybe I'll do that next weekend as a live stream, and I'll set up my camera, this format, this structure, same people, same whatever, and then I will stream from my phone, same one. I'll set my mount up, and I will stream in the other format and be able to show a presentation on, let's say.
So when we have guests and stuff, they have to be able to know how to use that. Like,
say that again.
When we have guests on the show.
But again, it's not. There's ways to do it. It would depend on how you wanted to do it. So if you were doing the vertical streaming in this particular case, you would have to set it up to where they were the ones that were going to be on camera. So you would just select that particular view in your setup. You would select them as the one that's on the camera. So while they could hear you all talking, it would be your guest that would be displayed, and then the chat would be underneath them. Because I've seen the format, I just thought it was happening through Instagram. I didn't realize it was a new YouTube format.
Yeah, it's a new YouTube thing. Like I said, I mean, I'm obviously I'm human. It would be amazing to be able to sit and watch you get 1,000 subscribers in an hour. Of course, like isn't that everybody's goal? Like to bring as many people into your channel to watch your content. But
Oh yeah,
I just
yeah,
don't
it'd be
see
cool.
how it would work with what we do. I don't see how it would work with what we do because the people on a phone would, yeah, they'd be able to see it great. But the people on a computer, they get this vertical, small, little skinny thing, and
Yeah, I had the issue going into big flips. I had a hard time. I had to do something else. I couldn't watch what he was doing. I had to just
Mhm.
listen to him because it drove me nuts looking at this little sliver of a screen.
oh, you got an ad.
Oh, well, sorry. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you, bud. That actually helps out a ton.
It does help. If you guys get an ad, it does help to let it watch. Just let it play. You're not going to miss anything.
Well, thank you, Paula.
No, I mean, because I'm usually talking. That's what I mean.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you. Yeah,
We're
that's
not
the
even
same
talking
thing.
about coins right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I disrupted any flow
Oh,
you had going with your stream.
no.
Was
I'm
curious
just
about
giving you grief. So I actually have a vertical monitor.
next time
So
I'm
with my setup, I actually have a monitor that is
perfect.
turned. I didn't even think about playing it over there. It'd probably work really well.
Well, so what I was thinking was like that we could try it on like our last Friday of the month, our last Monday of the Friday, last Monday of the month stream where we just take people's questions. We don't show coins and see how it works. But I don't know. I don't know how.
I will work on that this week, and I will example it next weekend.
Well,
I'll
you have to have more than yourself up on the screen and
I will play
and
with that, and I will figure out how to do that.
and a slideshow.
To do all three.
Yeah, that's what we do. We have 6 people sometimes up on the panel, and we have the slideshow for our emails that we show. So we would have to know how to do all of that.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Longer chat screen. Yeah, and that's I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
the chat is one of the things that I have a problem with when trying to use it. It's the
Mhm.
same thing with like using whatnot. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Because number one, they are many times too light. I can't see them very well.
She'll suck.
But they're this
Not as-
big on a phone. I don't see those. And I want to pay attention to the content. I don't want to have to be staring to see if I see something that, that's the only thing that I don't like about it.
If you guys don't like the ads you're seeing, it's your own fault. Because
Yep, you can always spend $20 and get YouTube Premium.
and see, I thought about doing that, but
I just watch the ads.
I watch the ads too because it's like my way of it's one little way you can support the streamer. And I have much better things I can spend $20 on. We just got an Ulta here in town. Whatever. Anyway.
So Invisible, that's exactly what I have on my site over here.
If you tilt a 32-inch screen, might be cool. If you what?
Here.
Turn your TV vertical.
Okay.
A lot of people do that when they use it as a display instead of a TV.
Really?
That's exactly what I do.
You go to restaurants and stuff like that, they'll have their menu on a TV that's turned vertical.
That's exactly what I do.
But what? Vertical.
I turn.
So your screen, your
take your
thing
monitor
just flips automatically,
and you rotate your monitor to where
Yeah, you have to
monitor
go into the
flips.
settings and rotate.
Yeah.
Oh, to like
But you
landscape
physically
mode.
rotate your screen.
Hmm.
You physically rotate your screen, and then you have here, Paula. I'll send you a photo, and I'll show you what I mean.
No, I saw on your phone.
Yeah. Well, you'll see it better from this one. So this is, I'll send you the email or the
200.
message and you'll see this.
Now, I know that the ads that I see are totally driven by what I am looking up and stuff like that.
Not even that. You can be talking in front of your phone.
It's true. They're
Talk
listening.
about shopping for a new couch, and then all of a sudden, all the clips are about
Yeah.
furniture.
Yeah, it drives me nuts.
That's like that meme on Facebook, you know, where they tell a joke and you laugh, and then Alexa laughs, and then all of a sudden, everybody's laughing on Facebook. Because everything listens. Even if you got Comcast, the remote control listens to you. You can look over at your Comcast remote, and it'll be the red light will be flashing while you're talking. It's listening to you.
Oh, you guys are freaking me out now. Stop.
Oh, it happens. Yeah, that's the thing. Anybody who has Alexa has already allowed it to listen. That's why you turn off, the Siri comment, because if you say,
Aw, you're
something that
welcome,
sounds like
Michael.
Siri, then she's going to say, "Huh?" It happens with Victoria when we do trivia with Ida.
Oh, somebody the other day, I was doing a stream and I picked a coin for Sirig, and it was lighting somebody's Siri up every time I picked a coin for him.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. You guys must be the only channel he goes into, because I don't see him. He doesn't like us anymore.
Who's that?
Surig. You're welcome, Michael Hernandez. Thank you. Glad we could help.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you can turn off the listening and stuff like that. But
You can turn it off, but do you really turn it off?
I don't know, but Amanda freaked me out so bad, telling me that like a long time ago, she told me people could look through my camera on my tablet. And
That
stuff.
was a wives' tale that they could look through your TV set and stuff
I
like that.
bought little slides for my camera that I can put on, and I can like slide it so nobody can sell
so
my camera.
Eric, I can turn on your camera remotely.
Turn my camera on, but you can't watch me through my TV set.
TV sets were different. No, you can't see
Yeah.
people through TV sets.
How
But
can you
You
turn
would
my
have to
camera on or off?
turn my camera on knowing where I was at. But yeah, I mean,
Wait a minute,
that
wait
was
a
a big thing for a long time when you bought a laptop. They always told you to put like a little sticker over the camera online because it was a big thing for people to hack cameras.
That's
Yep.
what I do. I bought a little slide thing that I can slide it closed and open, closed and open. How can, wait a minute, back to what you said, Frostbyte. How can you turn my camera on?
there's a couple different ways. So, doing technical support and stuff like that, I will utilize software to access people's computers. So I can actually.
But don't you have to be on with them? Like, you can't just do it like, oh, I think I'm going to go see what Paula's doing today.
Well, no, that's a federal crime.
Okay.
But I can access if I'm on a network, if I'm on a system, and I need to push an update to somebody that is on our system, they don't have to be online. Their computer just has to be on. And so I can
Right,
go
but they
in.
have to give you an okay sometime before that to let you into their system.
Okay.
And it actually
Again,
depends
as
if they
I've
got
stated,
firewalls and VPNs and all
if
that other
I'm
stuff
on
running
the
too.
network,
I have a VPN.
I have access to that, and I'm okay. We do this type of work all the time, especially when we're doing tech support. I do that all the time. I'll utilize various software and say, hey, you have access to that. But you don't have to get permission. That's hacking. It's illegal. There's federal crimes against that. But you can actually reach out, and if somebody has Wi-Fi enabled, you have access to their Wi-Fi, you have access to their MAC address, or you find their key or something like that.
VPN.
Anything, even through VPN, doesn't matter. If they have your information, they can still get there. and they can enable anything that you have connected to your home network. If you have lights on, like let's say that I gave you access, I could have you turn my lights on or off, right? If somebody broke into one of those smart home apps and got that information, then they would have control of the same stuff that you do, right? If those are things that are connected either hardline or Wi-Fi through your router. Somebody gets a hold of that, they have access to it, and they can go in and they can access that device. If that device is on, it's undiscoverable. They can open it.
I feel so brilliant being cheap now, and I don't have any devices that I have hooked up to any of that stuff. I still like to flip the light switch myself.
Yep, that's exactly right, Kevin. And so you don't have to give permission to do it. Now, again, I'll be very clear. To do this without authorization, written or explicitly stated, is a crime. So if you're going to do this, then it's illegal. But you absolutely can do it. Yeah, it's not and people are like, well, I have 256-bit encryption, and that great. Well, does your router? Because if your router
actually most routers do now.
You know,
it's a new router, and actually most cable services, the signal before it even hits your router is encrypted that much or more. Plus, it's got its own detection where it will actually, like they just started my Eero, I think it's called. It comes with all sorts of stuff that it prompts me all the time saying somebody wants access to your computer, and you just hit nope, and they're gone. It blocks them by their MAC address.
If you look at information, well, again, I'll be very clear. I have never and will never do anything like this without authorization. But I only utilize stuff through my work, right? So more times than not, it's people dialing into my machine to help me when I have a technical issue that I can't solve. It's normally how that works.
Right, you're using LogMeIn or PC Anywhere or something.
But I'll give you a great example. This is somebody that you and I know, right? We have a friend who has issues and can't do typing very well. Okay?
Yeah.
You know who I'm referencing. And so him and I get on the phone, and it's like, hey, I need help. I'm having technical issues. I can have him go to a site. I'll access the computer. I'll work his issues for him. Restart his computer, disconnect myself, but during that time frame, I can turn on his camera. I can do all of that stuff.
Right, absolutely. Right? But that's what I'm saying. But he's giving you access.
But it's not a requirement.
Well, it isn't after the first time, and after even the first time, you can do it before the first time, but then you're starting to get into nefarious acts
that's where
require a little bit more
illegal activities.
Right.
If you access that information without authorization, it's an illegal activity. And so, but no, it absolutely happens, and it can happen, and
it sure can. And they prey on. How many emails do people get? We have a U.S. Postal Service order stuck at this that we can't deliver. It's like, really? Hey. But you know how many people answer those emails because they have a U.S. They're waiting for a shipment from somebody.
Oh yeah. I get them all the time.
If they can't deliver it, it's because they don't have your address and they don't know where'd they get your email address from.
Yep, I get them all the time.
Yeah. And you open that stuff, you're inviting people to come in.
Yeah, and the other thing is, if you don't have a good quality virus protection system, if you're so like, you know, we do video editing and we do stuff like that, and you're trying to utilize an image or a video, or you're trying to do some sort of clip. If you don't have something scanning everything every time something downloads to your computer, Trojans are held in images.
Yep.
And if you don't have something scanning that, you probably already have spyware and malware and
that goes to the multi-level protection. Yeah. If you have a good ISP, they're scanning for it too. So you get multiple levels of protection.
But you can bypass your ISP security by the sites you go to.
Yeah, my ISP security catches more stuff than my McAfee's does.
Can I address a question real quick from chat? So Vote for Pedro wanted to know about insuring his numismatics. You can go through your homeowner's insurance, but you're not going to get squat. If you're a member of the ANA, go to their money.org and type in insurance and look up Hugh Wood Incorporated. I believe you get a special rate if you're an ANA member also, but it saves you money. It's cheaper than adding it to your homeowner's insurance, and it's better insurance. I think it also insures your collection if you're like taking it to a coin show or traveling or whatever. You can. So
most standalone policies, no matter what it's for, work better. Like if you got classic cars, you're better off getting classic car insurance because the value of a car and regular car insurance isn't worth anything. You know, a classic car it's junk as far as the insurance is.
So I'm going to put this link in the chat, Pedro. And that's a PDF that'll show you that'll tell you about the insurance company that the ANA promotes.
Kevin, I was waiting for that.
But it's much cheaper too than to get it separate like that through like that company than to add it to your homeowners, and it's just better. It's just better.
Yeah. Plus, if you do something like with mine, so I have artwork and stuff that's insured through my homeowners. I have to have receipts and value estimates and appraisals and all that stuff to validate.
You get me started. Homeowners insurance rarely covers your home.
Yep.
Yeah. So
true. I had great insurance when I had my fire, and they did a great job for me, but I was lucky. So
yeah, I utilize USAA, and USAA is extremely good.
They won't even write policies down here right now. I tried to change to them.
Really?
Yeah.
It's all about making money. And hell, like my insurance said, you got this much damage, but you don't get any money. And it's just like, well, that's like half the cost of my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a sham. But USAA, I've been really happy with USAA. I've tried other ones. Had issues
and most
with
of the people that had that here, they were taken care of within the first 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm going on 2 years.
Really, we had some issues with major hailstorm that happened, and it took us a while to get the people here because of the amount of people that needed to do stuff. Same situation you're in with the hurricane, getting the people here, but all the insurance stuff was taken care of within a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yep. Yeah, that's what most of the people that had that said. State Farm did really good here, but State Farm, they won't insure your house unless it's like 5 years old or newer. So at least for now.
I'm not sure about that, but I imagine you probably do have to have some type of appraisal. I mean, they're not going to just take your word for it on what you think your coins are worth, because everybody thinks their coins are worth more.
No, they require
especially valuable coins. Yeah. If something's really special, it has to have an appraisal on it.
Yes.
Appraisal and purchase receipts.
Yeah.
I know I used to have, when I worked at Ford, I used to have to insure my tools, and I used to have to do a videotape that had model numbers and all that other stuff on it.
I don't know about receipts. I don't know that they would need receipts, because a lot of numismatic business is done in cash and in trade sometimes, but a lot of business is done, and yeah. So I don't know that you would need receipts. But yeah, I'm sure you would need some type of appraisal. They may even offer that, like through pictures. But you guys should be taking pictures of your stuff anyway. Everything you own. Just go through your house and snap pictures.
Let me be
the more
very
information
clear about,
you have, the better.
That's
let
right.
me be very clear about something though, okay? If you take pictures of your stuff, don't send it to Paula.
No, don't send it to me. Don't send it to me.
There's been enough people sending their pictures of their stuff to Paula.
Yeah, I don't want pictures of your junk. No junk pictures. That's right. I mean, unless it's like something to brag about, but usually it's not. They just think it is.
Horrible. We always
Horrible.
Always get offline here. All right,
just-
folks. Well, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and do this. We got 10 minutes. I've got 2 more things that I'm going to give away.
Wiener.
Who are we going to
Make
give
sure you guys are
away?
chatting it up.
AZ
And I finished my
coins.
photographs. Yay.
AZ coins. You know I have your information, but go ahead and send me a claim me about. I did get UCIs, so I did see your email. So thank you for doing that. And then I've got one more, but go ahead and chat this up. This is actually a 1 ounce silver bar. Now it's actually in a bezel. This is something that I picked up from Ringmaster Ray. It's still an ounce of silver. It's actually surrounded by 925, so it's a little bit more than an ounce. I'm going to send that off. And then later on today, once the premiere training everything is over, I'm going to do a wheel of names. And for those folks who are a member who have opted back in, so 2 months or more, I'm going to put your name on a wheel, and I'm going to be giving away a 0.5 gram of gold. Okay. And that's just going to be a thank you for those people who have memberships. Paula and Eric, you guys will definitely be on there for.
Oh, you don't have to put me on.
I'm
Yeah,
putting
me
you
neither.
on there. You guys support my channel a ton.
Yeah.
You guys are here every week providing good information, correcting the dingbat that I am most of the time with my information, teaching me and helping me to give good information to others. I'll definitely be putting you on there.
You don't have to do that.
But yeah, so I'll be running that. I've got the list of names of everybody, and so I'll be running something. I'll probably throw some other things up there, but just as a thank you to everybody, because without you all, right, and Eric and Paula, you guys are even greater than this, and all the folks at LiveCoin Q&A have been great to come in and share, and Amanda's been always good to come in and
Listen,
lurk,
we
but
love
throw
what
out
we do, and we have
information.
so much fun. So
I do.
So-
I live it. Everybody says,
Yeah.
I work 60 hours a week and can't
That's a
search roll. I
blast.
mean, that's Frosty. I work 60 hours a week searching rolls.
yeah, we have so much fun doing it, and we love what we do, and this
What a
hobby
life.
is important. Yeah.
But I've said this 100 times, and I'll say it 1,000 more. If we had to pay for the service that LiveCoin Q&A gives us free, we would not be able to pay for it.
That's
Aw.
true.
We wouldn't be able to afford their consultation fees. And so the brain power and then Sean, he's
Then
never
Sean.
here. I'm going to pick on him. He doesn't come into my
He's not
stream.
going to be there Monday. He's going to the ANA thing.
No,
So-
no, but you need to know currency. You got Sean
Not me.
and Shannon, right? You want to know about the minting process and really what happens. Paul is the person. You want to talk about looking at foreign coin and stuff like that. Amanda's,
Mhm.
the person to go to. They're covered pretty much all across the board. And if they don't know it, they got some
We
of the
have the best
professionals
in
and
the
the people
biz.
that do. Right.
That's
Yeah,
it.
if
And
you don't know, you know
That's
somebody who does know.
That's right.
yeah. And so
I've
again,
sent Eric questions, just getting his opinion on stuff. So
and it's fun to do this. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for most of the people on that panel. The information that's provided to me, AZ, you can't win twice.
I was going to say, wow, what's the chance of that?
right? Maybe he's I don't know. He's the only one it's picking up. That's funny.
I'll add something to your list. Chris G.
Hey.
Congrats, Chris G. You won an ounce of silver. Send me claim emails. AZ, I'll send you something else with it to say thanks, but I can't have you win twice. All right. Well, folks, I put the link in before. I'm going to put the link in here again. As you know, we have the premiere train going on today. On the premiere train for my stuff is going to be my typeset book. So if you want to kind of see the stuff that I have in my typeset book, come check it out. So,
Love that.
but I appreciate you all. And again,
Bye,
you guys
everybody.
blew the holy hell out of my Redfield coin video.
I love that
4.7
video. That's a
thousand
great video.
views. So thank you for that. Hi, Paula. So thank you a ton, but I appreciate that. But go get you some coffee, top it off. Lord knows I need to do it. Joe, go see us over at the Premier Train. Hang out.
See
It's a
everybody
couple
soon.
hours of fun. Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate you, bud. Thanks for coming up and doing that. Again, it's a lot of fun to hang out and support you guys and learn and do stuff like that. So, all right, y'all. Much love. Be well, be blessed. Provide some more information a little bit later on, and pay attention later on tonight for that short little video on that membership live stream. So if you're a member, you'll see that notification come across. You'll see that wheel, and somebody's going to get a half gram of gold. All right, y'all be well, be blessed. And you know what? I always say it, and I'll always say it more.